Prepare to delve into a world where mutant powers and tangled bloodlines collide in a tapestry of astonishing complexity. The X-Men's iconic leader, Cyclops, stands at the epicenter of a family tree so bewildering it defies all expectations. The X-Men comics have earned their reputation as gripping superhero soap operas, and within this intricate realm, Cyclops himself has playfully acknowledged the near incestuous nature of their connections. But beyond the jest lies a startling truth. Cyclops possesses the wildest family lineage ever conceived in the world of comics, from lost siblings to unexpected progeny, from parallel dimensions to genetically diverse mutants. His extended kinfolk could form an entire army of extraordinary beings. Brace yourself for a captivating journey through the twists and turns of mutant heritage, where hidden secrets and unforeseen alliances shape the destiny of Cyclops and those entwined in his extraordinary bloodline. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. The beginning of Summers. Deep within the annals of history, the captivating tale of the Summers family unfolds, tracing its origin to Victorian England. At the heart of this intricate saga lies a man named Oscar Stamp, whose path became entwined with the twisted scientist Nathaniel Essex. Engaged in sinister genetic experiments, Essex commissioned Oscar to abduct unsuspecting subjects, among them a vulnerable orphan named Daniel Edge. However, fate had other plans in store. Emerging from the mists of time, a pair of extraordinary mutants journeyed from the future, Cyclops and his beloved wife, Jean Grey. With their indomitable spirit and unwavering heroism, they intercepted Oscar's nefarious intentions, igniting a spark of redemption within his tormented soul. In a remarkable turn of events, Oscar and Daniel embarked on a daring escape, leaving behind the shadowy corners of England to forge a new life in the land of opportunity, the United States. In this brave new world, Daniel sought to shed the weight of his past and forge a new identity. Inspired by the courageous couple who had saved them from a life of despair, they adopted the surname Summers. Astonishingly, fate intertwined once more as Cyclops himself unwittingly became the catalyst for his own surname. Meanwhile, Nathaniel Essex, forever altered by his encounter with Daniel, would eventually transform into the notorious X-Men adversary, Mr. Sinister, under the shadow of Apocalypse. Unwavering in his belief, Mr. Sinister recognized the extraordinary potential hidden within the Summers lineage, and his conviction was proven true as the number of Omega mutants linked to Cyclops multiplied, cementing the Summers bloodline as the epitome of mutant power. Christopher and Katherine Summers. Christopher Summers, a man of valor. Possessing a daring spirit, Christopher carved his name among the elite as a celebrated pilot for NASA. Seeking respite and adventure, Christopher embarked on a journey to the frost-kissed landscapes of Alaska, accompanied by his wife Katherine and their cherished children. Little did they know that their family vacation would transform into a harrowing encounter with beings from another world, the enigmatic Shi'ar, a race of extraterrestrial origins. They watched a fragment of their ill-fated plane collide with their son's parachute, engulfing it into an inferno. Imprisoned in the depths of Shi'ar space, Christopher witnessed the unthinkable. Katherine, torn from him, was forced into the despicable role of Emperor Deken's personal concubine. In a cruel twist of fate, she met her tragic demise before Christopher's anguished eyes, forever etching her memory in his tormented heart. Sentenced to a life of servitude, Christopher endured the relentless shackles of captivity, biding his time for an opportunity to escape. And escape he did, rising as the indomitable leader of an audacious band of intergalactic rebels known as the Starjammers, where he picked up the name Corsair and became known for using a Shi'ar-constructed saber-like blade of unspecified substance, as well as a pair of pulse blasters. Years passed and Christopher resisted the pull of Earth, his ties to his homeland severed severed by the weight of tragedy and the quest for freedom among the stars. Little did he know that destiny, with its peculiar sense of irony, had a grand reunion in store. It was in the vast expanse of cosmic exploration that the X-Men themselves ventured beyond the confines of Earth's atmosphere, only to find themselves face to face with Christopher once more. Amidst the celestial tapestry, he discovered an astonishing truth, a truth that reverberated within his very soul. The leader of the X-Men, the steadfast Cyclops, was none other than his long-lost son. Cyclops, Scott Summers taking center stage. Renowned as the preeminent leader of the X-Men, Scott's legacy knows no bounds. However, fate dealt him a devastating blow when a catastrophic plane crash plunged him into a profound slumber lasting several years. Upon rousing from his prolonged dormancy, he found himself ensconced within an orphanage, unbeknownst to him that its true overseer was none other than Mr. Sinister, who possessed uncanny knowledge of Scott's impending mutation. During his tumultuous teenage years, Scott discovered his nascent powers, optic blasts that danced on the precipice of control. It was this mesmerizing display that captured the attention of the venerable Professor X, a visionary in his own right. Thus christened with the moniker Cyclops, Scott became the inaugural member of the X-Men, forever etching his name in the annals of mutant kind. Yet, the real marvel awaited him in the form of Jean Grey, an ethereal presence whose arrival in the ranks of the team as Marvel Girl swiftly ensnared Scott's heart, igniting a passionate flame that would shape their intertwined destinies. Jean Grey, the youngest daughter born to Elaine and the esteemed Professor John Grey. Within the vibrant tapestry of her childhood, an extraordinary event would awaken her dormant powers and forever alter the course of her life. In the innocence of her 10th year, Jean found solace in the company of her dearest friend, Annie Richardson. However, a tragic accident unfolded when a speeding vehicle tragically collided with Annie. It was in that moment of unimaginable anguish that Jean's latent telepathic abilities surged forth, forging an empathic connection with her gravely wounded companion. Seeking guidance, Jean's parents turned to a renowned psychiatrist who revealed a hidden truth, a truth known only to Professor Charles Xavier, a mutant harboring powerful telepathic gifts. Xavier recognized Jean's exceptional abilities, took it upon himself to shield her burgeoning powers from the world, erecting psychic barriers until she could navigate the complexities of her newfound gifts. In the captivating realm of the X-Men, a remarkable bond blossomed between Jean Grey and Cyclops, a partnership that would come to define the very essence of the team. As their connection deepened, they emerged as the heart and soul of the latest iteration of the legendary X-Men. United in their heroic odyssey, Cyclops and Jean Grey inscribed their names in the annals of superhero lore, crafting a saga that echoes through the annals of caped crusaders. Their journey weaves an unforgettable narrative, forging a legacy that resonates across the vast expanse of heroic history. While Scott Summers and Jean Grey do not have biological children in the present, alternate timelines and realities have given rise to a lineage of exceptional descendants blessed with incredible powers. These remarkable individuals, stemming from diverse paths and realms, showcase the enduring strength within the Summers Grey bloodline. Havok, Alex Summers, aka Havok, the formidable younger brother of Scott Summers. Bursting with the uncanny ability to unleash devastating cosmic blasts, Havok emerged onto the scene in the fabled year 1969. Separated by circumstance, Alex Summers and Scott Summers led divergent lives with little to no contact between them for years. Raised by Andrew and Mrs. Blanding, Alex found himself thrust into the role of a replacement for their deceased son, Todd, who had tragically lost his life in a car accident. Faced with immense pressure, Alex did his best to fill Todd's void and honor his memory. However, fate intervened when Vincent, the perpetrator responsible for Todd's untimely demise, kidnapped Alex and his foster sister, Haley Blanding. It was in this harrowing moment that Alex's mutant mutant abilities manifested for the first time, unleashing a powerful inferno that reduced Vincent to ashes. Alex, the alpha-level mutant, possesses an extraordinary array of abilities that grant him unparalleled prowess. Among his formidable powers is ambient energy conversion, which enables him to harness and manipulate ambient energies. Additionally, his aptitude for energy absorption allows him to absorb various forms of energy, transforming them into potent forces under his control, and the ability to generate and manipulate plasma, a scorching force of raw energy that truly exemplifies his immense power. Much to everyone's surprise, including Mr. Sinister, it became apparent that Alex held untapped potential that could potentially surpass that of his older brother Scott. Yet this newfound power came with a heavy price. Sinister, ever the puppet master, placed psychic barriers upon both Alex and Haley, erasing their memories of the night's events and leaving them unaware of the truth that lay buried within their subconscious. Vulcan, the tale of the elusive third summer sibling Gabriel, whose powers transcend those of his esteemed brothers. Born amidst the depths of a cosmic abduction, Gabriel's origins trace back to the fateful moment when Katherine Ann Summers, pregnant with his untapped potential, was forcefully ensnared by the Shi'ar. Within the confines of Shi'ar space, Gabriel's life unfurled, forged in the crucible of servitude and hardship, sent to Earth as a pawn in the Shi'ar's grand scheme. Gabriel toiled under the watchful eye of a covert operative. Yet against all odds, he managed to break free from the shackles that bound him, finding sanctuary under the benevolent guidance of Maura McTaggart. However, his journey was marred by tragedy, for he was believed to have perished during a daring mission to rescue the original X-Men from the treacherous living island of Krakoa. Upon his unexpected return, the tendrils of Krakoa's influence had twisted Gabriel's mind, shattering his sanity and fueling his thirst for vengeance against those who deemed responsible for his past torment. Armed with the unparalleled ability to manipulate cosmic energies, Vulcan embarked on a relentless quest to unleash retribution upon all who had contributed to his sufferings. Vulcan, once an extraordinary mutant, now stands as an Omega-level powerhouse. His ascension to this elevated status triggered by a momentous surge of mutant energy. The cataclysmic events of M-Day, which saw the expulsion of mutant kind, forever altered Vulcan's destiny, unlocking within him unimaginable potential. At the core of Vulcan's abilities lies his unparalleled aptitude for energy manipulation. With his psionic prowess, he commands the very essence of energy itself, effortlessly bending it to his will. Adept at energy absorption, he possesses the remarkable capability to assimilate a myriad of energy forms, harnessing their raw power to fuel his own immense abilities. Extreme. Adam X, aka Extreme Origin, is shrouded in genetic manipulation and interstellar intrigue. Created through a union of Emperor Deken's DNA from the Shi'ar's empire and Katherine Summers' genetic material from Earth, he was part of a grand experiment to infuse new species potential into the Shi'ar royal lineage. The young hybrid was taught the ways of combat, unaware of his true origins. Setting off on a nomadic path, Adam wandered the cosmos, honing his skills as a warrior and a skilled pilot. Eventually, his quest led him to Alaska, where he witnessed a plane crash and rushed to the rescue. It was at this fateful moment that he encountered Philip Summers, the pilot whose life he saved. Nursing Philip back to health and forming a bond, Adam's connection to the Summers family deepened when he crossed paths with Jean Grey, who sensed a mysterious link between them. Recent sightings have placed him within the mutant sanctuary of Krakoa, while later accounts find him dwelling on Mojo World, providing online commentary on the enigmatic realm's array of shows. Adam possesses a formidable array of mutant abilities that set him apart from ordinary individuals. His powers are a fusion of electrifying force and superhuman physical prowess, born from his unique Shi'ar mutant heritage. At the core of his abilities lies electrokinetic hemopyrokinesis, a fearsome power that allows Adam to manipulate blood and its electrifying properties. By sending an electric surge through oxygenated blood, he ignites the electrolytes within, causing a horrifying combustion from within. This ability enables him to make his foes burn in excruciating agony, their bodies consumed by the inferno unleashed by their own blood. But Adam's powers do not stop there. He possesses the extraordinary capacity for self-burning, willingly igniting his own blood to enhance his speed to unparalleled levels. Madelyne Pryor. Madelyne Pryor, with her striking resemblance to the presumed deceased Jean Grey, stirred curiosity and confusion among those who crossed her path. Many believed they were witnessing the return of Jean herself, as if she had been reborn into a new form. Not only did her mind remain closed off to the probing of Professor X, but she also emerged as the lone survival of a mysterious plane crash. What made it even more peculiar was that the crash coincided with the exact moment that the infamous Dark Phoenix met her tragic end on the lunar surface. Or so Madelyne thought. In truth, Madelyne Pryor was not Jean Grey resurrected, but a clone meticulously crafted by the enigmatic Mr. Sinister. Sinister had discovered the immense potential that a union between Cyclops and Jean Grey held, believing that their offspring would possess extraordinary powers. In the picturesque setting of Alaska, Madelyne Pryor crossed paths with Scott as he embarked on a journey to meet his grandparents. From the moment their eyes met, a strong attraction sparked within Scott, captivated by Madelyne's uncanny resemblance to Jean. United in matrimony, Scott and Madelyne exchanged vows on the hallowed grounds of the X Mansion, surrounded by their mutant family. As a mutant, Madelyne possessed a remarkable array of abilities inherited from her genetic source, Jean Grey. While her powers manifested later in her life, they were potent and closely tied to the realms of telekinesis and telepathy. Following her reconstitution as a psychic entity, Madelyne retained a mysterious link to the Phoenix Force, often referred to as the Phoenix Spark. This connection suggested that she embodied a living manifestation of the Phoenix, a mass of potent psionic energy that played a pivotal role in her existence. Nate Gray, aka X-Man. Nate Gray, also known as X-Man, originates from an alternate reality called as the Age of Apocalypse. In this reality, Sinister, a subordinate of the powerful ruler, Apocalypse, conducted genetic experiments using the DNA of Cyclops and Jean Grey to create Nate. Cyclops, who frequently raided Sinister's facilities, unknowingly aided Nate's escape from Sinister's clutches. Nate was purposefully created to be the epitome of mutant power, possessing an unparalleled level of psionic abilities. He was widely recognized as an Omega-level mutant, surpassing all other classifications, and deemed an Alpha Psi and an Omega-level threat. Nate's extraordinary power earned him titles such as the most powerful and dangerous being on Earth, the ultimate mutant, the most powerful psionic across realities, and even comparisons to a living god. His growing power reached such magnitude that he had the potential to annihilate entire worlds if he so desired. The slightest trace of his abilities could overwhelm other immensely powerful mutants like Omega and Mimic. It was also revealed that he could hold his own in combat against formidable beings like the Sentry, and even claimed to have battled Galactus. He can transform his body into psionic energy, disperse it throughout all living creatures on Earth, and subsequently reconstruct himself from that energy. He possesses the ability to detonate the physical form while reverting to psi energy. Additionally, he has developed the power of possession and can solidify psionic energy to create any form he desires. By materializing entities from the astral plane into the physical world and enveloping himself in psi armor, Nate demonstrates his mastery over the manipulation of psionic energy. It is important to note that the full extent of Nate's powers is nearly immeasurable and cannot be adequately described in a single account, as they encompass a multitude of extraordinary abilities that exceed mortal comprehension. Rachel Summers. Rachel Gray, also known as Rachel Summers, is a significant character in the X-Men universe with a complex history and multiple versions across different timelines. During the Days of Future Past storyline, Rachel is the daughter of Cyclops, Summers, and Phoenix, Jean Grey. She is considered the first Omega mutant, a term used to describe mutants with the highest level of power. Unlike other Phoenix hosts, Rachel has the remarkable ability to contain the power of the Phoenix Force without succumbing to its corrupting influence and going insane. Rachel inherited her mother, Jean Grey's potential for telepathic and telekinetic powers, as well as the ability to tap into the immense power of the Phoenix Force. Rachel's connection to the Phoenix Force and her powerful telepathic and telekinetic abilities made her a unique and formidable member of the team. Rachel Summers, born from the merging of her mother Jean and the Phoenix Force, inherited a remarkable array of powers. Her telepathic prowess allowed her to delve into the thoughts of others, projecting her own ideas or engaging in silent communication. Her empathy enabled her to sense the emotions of those around her, fostering a deep understanding and a connection with her allies. She could cloak her presence, remaining undetected by other telepaths, and erect formidable psionic shields to safeguard herself and her comrades from mental attacks. With a touch, she could tap into the memories and histories of objects or people, unraveling their secrets through the gift of psychometry. When the need arose, Rachel could unleash concussive blasts of psychic energy, unleashing devastating force upon her adversaries. Her powers extended even further as she discovered the ability to transfer her consciousness into the minds of others, briefly inhabiting their bodies. Hyperstorm. In an alternate timeline, the fates intertwined Rachel Grey and Franklin Richards, the son of Mr. Fantastic, in a union that would have profound consequences. Their love blossomed, leading them to join their lives in marriage. From their union, a son named Jonathan Richards came into existence, heralding the emergence of a power so immense that it would shape the course of reality itself. Jonathan, known as Hyperstorm, inherited an extraordinary genetic legacy from his parents. He possessed the ability to manipulate the very fabric of existence, harnessing the four fundamental forces of the universe: gravity, electromagnetism, and strong and weak forces, with a connection to the mysterious realm of hyperspace. Within him resided the potential to reshape worlds and rewrite the laws of nature. As Jonathan's powers matured, so too did his ambitions. Driven by an insatiable hunger for dominance, he sought to impose his will upon the cosmos. His tyrannical rule cast a shadow over entire dimensions, his control over the fundamental forces of the universe unmatched by any known being. None dared to challenge his might, yet a glimmer of hope emerged as the Fantastic Four, led by Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman, was inadvertently transported to Hyperstorm's timeline. Faced with the gravest threat to existence, the Fantastic Four rallied their strength and embarked on a perilous journey to confront the malevolent Hyperstorm. Galactus and Hyperstorm clashed in an epic confrontation, their powers colliding in an eternal clash of cosmic forces. The very fabric of reality trembled under the weight of their cataclysmic clash. Locked in a struggle of unparalleled proportions, they became intertwined in a seemingly endless battle that transcended time and space. And so, the cosmic ballet raged on, with Hyperstorm and Galactus locked in an eternal struggle that defied mortal comprehension. Nathan Summers, aka Cable. Following the tragic loss of Jean Grey, Cyclops found himself in the arms of Madelyne Pryor. Their union brought forth a child named Nathan. However, their happiness was short-lived as Nathan fell victim to a devastating techno-organic virus that threatened to consume his very being. In a desperate bid to save his son, Cyclops made a heart-wrenching decision. He sent Nathan into a distant future, a timeline where he would have a chance to survive and perhaps even find a cure for his affliction. Thus, Nathan Summers embarked on a journey through time, becoming the enigmatic warrior known as Cable. He possesses abilities that make him a force to be reckoned with. While his official classification as an Omega-level mutant is subject to debate, his exceptional powers and resilience mark him as an extraordinary individual within the mutant community. From an early age, Cable faced a daunting challenge: the techno-organic virus that infected his body. This insidious affliction threatened to consume his flesh, forcing him to exert constant control over it to prevent its spread. Despite this burden, Cable's powers shone through, revealing the extent of his mutant potential. One of Cable's remarkable abilities is his intuitive aptitude, keen intellect, and natural understanding, which allow him to master a wide array of skills and strategies. His techno-active manipulate technology, bending it to his will. With a mere thought, he can harness and control machines, merging his mutant abilities with advanced weaponry and cybernetic enhancements. These are but a glimpse into the vast arsenal of powers and abilities that Cable possesses. Jen Scott. In the distant future, where the world had fallen under the oppressive rule of Apocalypse, Aaliyah Dayspring emerged as a mutant and a devoted member of the clan Askani. The clan, who revered the legendary X-Men as gods, prophesied the coming of the Dayspring, or the Askani Son, a messiah who would challenge Apocalypse's reign and bring hope to the world. Aaliyah, with her remarkable telepathic and telekinetic abilities, joined the dwindling rebellion led by the clan Askani. While not as powerful as her partner Cable or the renowned Jean Grey Summers, Aaliyah possessed a strength of spirit and determination that made her an invaluable asset to the Resistance. Alongside Cable, with whom she formed a deep bond, Aaliyah fought tirelessly against the tyrannical rule of Apocalypse. Their union brought forth a child named Genesis, who would play a pivotal role in the future of mutant kind. While Aaliyah's powers were not as immense as Cable's or Jean Grey Summers, she compensated with her unwavering resolve and strategic acumen. Her telepathic abilities allowed her to probe the thoughts and emotions of others, aiding in their plans and ensuring the safety of her comrades. Additionally, her telekinesis granted her the power to manipulate objects and exert force with her mind, a skill she used to defend herself and her allies against the forces of the Apocalypse. Though the odds seemed insurmountable and the future appeared bleak, Aaliyah and the clan Askani refused to surrender. They fought with every ounce of their being, guided by their faith in the prophecies and their unyielding belief in a better tomorrow. Genesis. Born in a future ravaged by the rule of Apocalypse, Tyler Dayspring, also known as Genesis, emerged as a pivotal figure in the aftermath of Apocalypse's demise. Raised by Cable, the legendary Askani-san Tyler grew up under the guidance of the Clan Chosen, a group dedicated to protecting the legacy of the Askani and the ideals of freedom. As a mutant, Tyler possessed the ability of empathic memory projection, which allowed him to tap into the memories of others. Through his empathic connection, he could form a psionic link with another consciousness and project their memories as tangible holograms, reminiscent of Mirage's illusions. This unique power granted him insights into the experiences and knowledge of those he connected with, providing him with valuable information and a deeper understanding of the world around him. In addition to his mutant abilities, Genesis received extensive training in military tactics, guerrilla warfare, and various combat disciplines. The harsh realities of the post-apocalyptic world honed his skills as a formidable warrior and strategist. Equipped with this knowledge, Tyler embarked on a path to claim the power left behind by the fallen Apocalypse, renaming himself Genesis. To further his ambitions, Genesis managed to sway the allegiance of the Dark Riders, former servants of Apocalypse, to join his cause. With their support, he sought to seize control and reshape the future according to his own vision. Driven by a desire for power and influence, Genesis became a force to be reckoned with in the war-torn remnants of his era. Tyler Dayspring's journey showcased his determination and ambition to shape the fate of his shattered world. As Genesis, he combined his empathic abilities, combat expertise, and the support of the Dark Riders to navigate the complex landscape of post-apocalyptic strife. His quest for power and dominance unfolded against the backdrop of a society grappling with the legacy of Apocalypse, leaving an indelible mark on the future of mutant kind. Hope Summers. Hope, the first mutant born after the devastating event known as M-Day, emerged as a symbol of hope and a potential savior for mutant kind. Taken under the wing of Cable, her adoptive father, she was raised and trained in a distant future. As Hope's powers developed, she exhibited a range of extraordinary abilities. One of her notable powers is power manipulation, granting her the ability to manipulate, control, and alter the powers of other mutants. This power allowed her to directly influence and modify the abilities of those around her, making her a potent force in combat and a valuable asset in times of crisis. In addition to power manipulation, Hope possesses the ability of power mimicry, enabling her to temporarily acquire and utilize the powers of other mutants. This ability grants her a vast array of potential powers at her disposal, making her a versatile and formidable opponent. Furthermore, Hope's powers include power amplification, which allows her to enhance enhance and augment the powers of other mutants, amplifying their abilities to incredible levels. During her journey, Hope played a pivotal role in the resurgence of mutant kind. Empowered by the cosmic force of the Phoenix, she wielded its immense power to reverse the effects of M-Day, the catastrophic event that had depowered countless mutants. Her actions paved the way for the rebirth of new mutants, revitalizing the mutant population and offering a glimmer of hope for their future. In the era of Krakoa, the sovereign nation of mutants, Hope took on the responsibility of being one of the Five, a group entrusted with the crucial task of resurrecting deceased mutants. Her participation in this monumental effort further solidified her significance within the mutant society and her dedication to ensuring the survival and prosperity of her kind. Hope's journey exemplifies her role as a beacon of hope and resilience for mutant kind. Emma Frost. Emma Frost, known for her power, influence, and occasional villainous tendencies, is a formidable mutant telepath with a complex history. Most notably recognized as the White Queen of the Hellfire Club, she often found herself in opposition to Charles Xavier's X-Men, engaging in manipulative schemes involving younger mutants like Kitty Pryde, the New Mutants, and the New Warriors. However, the tragic loss of her Hellions, a team of young mutants under her tutelage, brought about a profound change in her. This event led Emma to form an unlikely partnership with Xavier as they joined forces for a common cause. The relationship between Scott Summers, Cyclops, and Emma Frost evolved after the death of Jean Grey, taking their connection to a deeper level. This union brought about significant growth and transformation for both characters, unlocking potential they might not have discovered otherwise. Emma Frost possesses telepathic abilities that rival those of Charles Xavier himself. She is often described as a world-class telepath and an Omega-class telepath. Her telepathy skills are honed to an exceptional degree, allowing her to seamlessly manipulate and alter minds, distinguishing her as one of the 5 most accomplished telepaths on the planet. She has proven her capabilities by successfully stalemating powerful mutants like Exodus and overcoming formidable telepaths such as Nate Gray and Rachel Summers through her extensive experience and superior skill. In addition to her telepathic prowess, Emma underwent a transformative secondary mutation, granting her the ability to shift her entire body into an organic diamond form. This unique ability, reminiscent of Colossus' organic steel form, grants her enhanced durability and strength while encasing her in a flexible diamond-like substance. Emma Frost's journey encompasses a complex mix of antagonism, redemption, and growth. Her evolution from a villainous figure to a more nuanced character, aligning herself with Xavier's mission, showcases the depth and complexity of her personality. Ruby Summers. Ruby Summers, the daughter of Emma Frost and Scott Summers, carries the legacy of her mutant lineage. Despite the widespread persecution and internment of mutants by Sentinels, Ruby managed to escape the fate of many and lived alongside her father in the ruins of Atlantic City. Throughout her journey, Ruby found love in the arms of Trevor Fitzroy, a fellow mutant. Like her parents, Ruby possesses extraordinary abilities. She inherited her father's optic blasts, allowing her to generate and project powerful beams of concussive energy. However, unlike her father, Ruby's optic blasts manifest as black beams, and she has precise control over her powers, eliminating the need for a visor. In addition to her optic blast, Ruby has the remarkable ability to transform her skin into a ruby-like substance, akin to her mother's organic diamond form. This transformation provides her with a durable exterior and prevents visible signs of aging. In her ruby form, Ruby can sustain herself without the need for sustenance, further emphasizing the unique nature of her mutant abilities. Ruby Summers represents the union of 2 formidable mutants, carrying on the legacy of her parents while forging her own path. Her journey unfolds with the potential to shape the future of mutant kind and the ongoing struggle for coexistence with humanity. Stryfe. Stryfe, a formidable antagonist in the Marvel Universe, emerged as a clone of Cable, born out of the complex process of combating the techno-organic virus. Unlike Cable, who constantly battles the virus to maintain control over his telekinetic powers, Stryfe possesses unrestricted access to his formidable abilities. Created with a deep-seated purpose, Stryfe's origins intertwine with the enigmatic figure known as Apocalypse. Initially raised with the potential of becoming Apocalypse's this host, Stryfe ultimately faced rejection, leading to a profound resentment towards the Summers family. Fueled by an intense hatred towards the Summers bloodline, Stryfe became a relentless adversary, driven by a burning desire for revenge. In the iconic storyline Executioner's Song, Stryfe orchestrated a diabolical plan that brought the X-Men to the edge of destruction, leaving Charles Xavier's life hanging in the balance. With his powers fully unleashed and untethered by the techno-organic virus, Stryfe posed a grave threat to both mutants and humanity alike. Stryfe's emergence as a clone of Cable, coupled with his unrestrained telekinetic abilities, granted him immense power and prowess. This made him a formidable foe, capable of challenging even the most formidable members of the X-Men. His actions and vendetta against the Summers family propelled him into the ranks of iconic adversaries, leaving him a lasting impact on the X-Men's history. Stryfe's complex origins, fueled by resentment and a burning desire for vengeance, establish him as a formidable and enduring figure within the X-Men mythos. His intense rivalry with Cable and the Summers family serves as a testament to the depth of emotional conflict and the enduring struggle between good and evil in the Marvel Universe. Marvelous verdict. The Summers family is a prominent and complex lineage within the Marvel Universe, led by Patriarch Scott Summers, also known as Cyclops, and Matriarch Jean Grey. The family's legacy is marked by powerful mutant abilities and intertwined destinies. From their children Rachel Grey and Nathan Summers, Cable, to their descendants like Hope Summers and Ruby Summers, the Summers family is entangled in epic battles, time-traveling adventures, and cosmic conflicts. Their telepathic and optic blast powers, along with their enduring struggles against formidable foes like Apocalypse and Stryfe, have made them integral to the X-Men's rich mythology and the ongoing fight for mutant survival. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone!